Good morning, everybody. My name is Constable Chris Seiden, and I'm Public Information Officer with Waterloo Regional Police. Thank you for coming today for the update on the investigation into the homicide of Joshua Bennett, who was found deceased in Kitchener 3 years ago today. Speaking today will be Chief Mark Crowell and Joshua's mother, Felicia Bennett. Also joining today is Detective Constable Stephen Rivers from our Investigative Services Division. After the update is provided, members of the media are welcome to ask questions. A media release regarding the investigative update will also be provided. I will now turn it over to Chief Mark Crowell.
Good morning. Thank you for all attending this press conference today regarding the ongoing investigation into the homicide of Joshua Bennett. On September 24th, 2021, at approximately 4:30 a.m., police responded to the area of Paulander Drive in Kitchener after receiving the report of an injured male. Upon arrival, police located a deceased male outside near a trail in the area. A post-mortem investigation determined the cause of death to be multiple stab wounds. The victim was identified as Joshua Bennett from Etobicoke. Joshua, a student at Conestoga College, was just 18 years old. He was completing a 2-year program studying carpentry and renovation. He had his whole life ahead of him with plans to move back home and to work for a family friend. Instead, his life was taken far too soon. Over the past 3 years, investigators from our major crime, general investigations, and forensic identification units have been working tirelessly in an attempt to bring some closure to Joshua's family, his friends, and to the Waterloo region community. Multiple witnesses have been interviewed and several surveillance videos have been viewed and analyzed. As well, forensic evidence was seized from the scene. We've also made several appeals for information from the public, but unfortunately those appeals have not led to the information we need to move this investigation forward. Today we are releasing an image of a male seen behind me on the TV screen. This male was seen with Joshua at 7:25 p.m. on September 23rd, 2021. This is the last time Joshua was seen on video surveillance. We are also announcing today a cash reward of up to $50,000 to anyone who provides credible information that leads to the arrest and successful prosecution of the person or persons responsible for the murder of Joshua. If you wish to make an anonymous information to the police, you can provide information to Crime Stoppers by visiting waterloocrimestoppers.com or by calling 1-800-222-8477. We believe there are people who know exactly what happened to Joshua, and we're appealing for them to come forward. Now is the time. No matter how insignificant you may feel this information is, it could be the missing piece to solving this tragic homicide. Joshua and his family deserve this closure. I would now like to welcome Felicia Bennett to come up to share a few words with you. We remain thankful to Ms. Bennett and her family for their ongoing support and patience, as well as her strength on behalf of her son. Thank you.
Good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. And I thank you for taking the time out of your day for this matter. My name is Felicia Bennett. I'm the mother of Joshua Bennett, whose life was taken on September 24th, 2021. I would first like to start off by thanking God for sustaining me and giving me the strength since that dreadful day, as the weight of not having him here has taken a tremendous toll on me and my children, mentally, physically, and emotionally. And it's only because of God's mercy and grace that we have not been consumed. I'm requesting your support in helping the police gather valuable information regarding the events that took place that September day on Paul Lander Drive. Joshua was one huge void at our kitchen table and in our household. The Waterloo Police Services have worked endlessly over the last 3 years gathering information, but just like in any case, we need the community's involvement in catching and removing this killer from our community to spare another mother from the pain and grief that has come from losing a child. As a parent in the community, we know that it takes a village to raise a child. And while Joshua may not be here to speak for himself anymore, I'm asking that same village to come together and speak for him to catch a killer. I do believe that everything is set for an appointed time, and it's not too late to speak up, because no community is safe while this person is still out there. I'm a woman of integrity, and I've always taught my children to do the right thing. I believe that the media plays a vital role in this process, and is one of the best tools to help police get this person from living amongst us, as it goes directly into the homes of thousands of people each day. I've said this from the beginning, and I'm going to continue to say it until his killers are caught. Someone's uncle, brother, or father came home that night and something was off. I'm asking you as a hurting mother to do the right thing, not as a family member, but as a human who was placed on this earth to do the will of God. And concealing the identity of a murderer is not that. I know that the Waterloo community appreciates the efforts of the Waterloo Police, and I'm grateful that this day has come to move this process forward. My presence here is twofold: to give my children and the parents in this community the peace of mind of knowing that a killer is off the streets. I have spent time reflecting on his life, along with the many others that knew Joshua and loved him. Today, I have brought a short film to show who Joshua truly was.
When I think about Joshua Bennett, I think about a very polite, respectful young boy.
Joshua was a leader and somebody I can rely on as an example for his classmates, his teammates, and his siblings.
The thing I remember most about Joshua was his positive attitude and his smile. It was contagious.
Josh was an amazing big brother to Trayson, and I will always remember how protective he is for the ones that he loved. We miss you, Josh.
So as the principal at Blessed Trinity, I never had the opportunity to meet Joshua, but speaking to other staff members, I've heard many great stories about him.
Joshua was a great volleyball player and a great leader and motivator on our team.
Joshua Bennett was an inspiration to athletics at Blessed Trinity, and so much so that we have renamed the athletic award at our school to be named as the Joshua Bennett Athletic Award.
I've had the pleasure of teaching Joshua Bennett when he was in grade 4. He was a very fun-loving boy, very helpful, very generous with all his friends and teachers, always saying a hello and goodbye. And it was unfortunate that he's no longer with us, and it was a pleasure teaching him in school.
Joshua would have turned 21 this year. And as the chief mentioned, he had his whole life ahead of him. Instead, I'm here seeking answers as to why his life was taken. Please, if you have any information, it's not too late to come forward. I'm asking you to do it for my family, for his brother, his sister, and myself. But most importantly, Joshua. Thank you.
This concludes our media conference. If you would like to view our media release, you can do so on our website. Thank you all for joining us, and I will now take any questions you may have.
First, the surveillance camera footage, this is brand new, I've not seen this before. The 3 years for this to appear, where did this come from?
In regards to the investigation, I will turn that over to Detective Constable.
Potential for solving this investigation. So we're hopeful that this reward will incentivize someone to come forward. And if in the past they've been reluctant to do so, now is the time with any detail that can help to advance this investigation.
Is there any information that's new to this case as of today?
So as Detective Constable Steve Rivers detailed, what we're releasing today is new video footage of the individual to be identified from the surveillance images captured during the time. And we're hopeful it will trigger someone's memory or someone who is willing to provide new information to police. So we will have all this information provided on our website and social media platforms for people to view, and we hope to reach the broadest audience possible.
At this time, is there any estimate of how many suspects you may be looking for? Someone's visual attack, perhaps a group attack? Any indication at all at this time?
In regards to those details, we're still trying to piece that together, and that's what this plea is for. We're trying to piece together the moments where we have Josh last seen on video surveillance to when that 911 call came in on September 24th.
The individual in the video, is that a person of interest? How would you describe them at this time?
It's a person who's observed in the area that we have yet to identify, so we don't know whether or not this person will be a witness, a person of interest, or a suspect. And the plea to identify this person will help us move it forward in regards to his identity and his knowledge or involvement in this crime.
I'm just wondering why the state released that now and not one of the other.
There's investigative reasons why we release things and when we release it. We felt this was the appropriate time to release it to help move things forward.
Do you plan on releasing any other relevant footage?
Not at this time. For this release, this is what our focus is on. We're trying to identify this person that was on video, and when or if that happens,
The person in the footage, the only lead, or are there other leads as well?
from the onset of the investigation, we followed many leads, numerous tips, numerous interviews. This is the next step that we're at right now, is trying to identify this person and then see where we go from there.
Where was this video captured in relation to where Joshua was arrested from?
This is from Paulander Drive.
From here?
Yes.
Any other questions?
If there's any questions that come to mind afterwards, you're welcome to reach out to our public information email, and we will follow up with you afterwards. Again, we're encouraging anybody with information to please contact police or Waterloo Crime Stoppers. If there's no further questions, then this will conclude our press conference. Thank you.